Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode brought to you by the Halo Collective. This time around, a Canon Fodder came out once more. Luckily, I was around to catch it, because Tyler's too lazy playing Halo 5 and having a great time to actually produce stuff on the channel. And he fired me during his last video, so that's my revenge! However, now that we're actually getting back into the thick of things, this Canon Fodder in particular just had a few varying videos basically going over everything that happened this week. Or, well, this would be last week when the actual release of Halo 5 occurred. However, those videos, there's a good portion of them, and if you guys would like them on the channel, I'll be sure to grab them. But until then, we're just going to focus on what we have now, which is Grim replying to some questions as well as new universe entries. So let's get down to it. The first questions come from 8walk326413. What exactly is the difference between Mjolnir Mark 7 armor and mainline Mjolnir Gen 2 armor? The description for Gen 1 Mark 6 in Halo 4 seemed to imply that Mark 7 was a Gen 2 variant, but there's no evidence to suggest that the Mark 7 and Gen 2 are connected. In which Grim replies, Mjolnir Gen 2 armor incorporated a number of technologies developed for Mark 7 program. Though Mark 7 itself was not cost effective to produce at scale, the closest Gen 2 armor variant to Mark 7 is the Decimator, though it's mostly unknown outside of the Spartan Special Forces community. Ford Falcon 1997 asks, what is Jewel Mdama's field record during the Human Covenant War? In which Grim replies, during the Human Covenant War, Jewel Madame served as the shipmaster of the ORS heavy cruiser Blight of the Profane during the latter third of the conflict. Dimmest Void asks, does the Spartan branch have their own space/ships, vehicles, and related supported material? In which Grim replies, Spartans rely on the Navy for interstellar deployment and have arrangements to utilize Marine Corps or Army assets on an as-needed basis. Spartans enjoy a special relationship with the other UNSC branches, but do not, strictly speaking, have their own armored vehicles, aerospace crafts, or slipspace capable transports. So that's essentially saying that they borrow everything that they use. Now let's move on over to the actual universe entries. Because these ones are rather long, let's just give you the description for them so that you can get to the basis of the information and anything else important that's actually found within the universe entries. And if you guys actually want to read more into it, just feel free to go to the description below and go to the actual Canon Fodder. First on the new universe entries is Meridian, which we get to see within the Halo 5 campaign. Once a vibrant and thriving human colony in the periphery, Meridian was brought to ruin by a ruthless Covenant attack near the end of the war. There's a lot more depth and history within the actual universe entry in itself. However, something that is pretty great to mention within said universe entry is that the Easter egg that was previously shown in a video back in our video section in the channel shows an Easter egg of a giant worm coming up and destroying a rig just like the one that you're on. This is actually said to be on Meridian, so this is saying that there's giant worms on Meridian, and you don't get to ride them throughout the Halo 5 campaign. It hurts me on the inside. Next up is the Plasma Caster, which is a weapon that I purely enjoy on Warzone. Elegant but deadly, the Plasma Caster is designed to quickly shatter enemy lines and break up positions fortified by stationary weapon emplacements. This is essentially saying, shoot over cover, destroy people hiding behind cover, or make them run out so that they can be shot up by your friendlies. If you like that analogy, I'm here on Tuesdays. Oh yes, before I forget to mention, the Plasma Caster was actually made on Quirquost by the merchants of Quirquost, which is on one of the Sengelios' moons. But now that we have finished up with the plasma caster, let's move over to the VTOL that rains death from the sky, the Phaeton. Compact, nimble, and bristling with firepower, the Phaeton gunship provides air support for Promethean forces. Or that lucky bastard who ends up getting the wreck card and using it in Warzone and then horribly ripping my soul out of my anus. Which I should remind you is restricted to only Tyler being able to do so, so he's very angry when this happens to me in Warzone. But don't worry about it, Tyler's a loving and forgiving kind of guy. He just goes and knocks on their door and says, "Hi, I'm Canadian," and then they apologize to him. You know, it's different for him, it's okay. But hope you guys actually enjoyed this episode. I know I did. There's a lot of information over on the Canon Fodder forum. I'll leave the link in the description below. I'm pretty sure I already mentioned that, but just to be sure, here's that friendly reminder. And if you guys enjoyed this, please be sure to leave a comment and a like. And if you enjoy the content here on the Halo Collective, be sure to subscribe to keep up to date on news for anything and everything Halo. And